Hola, mi gente, and welcome to a new episode of Frill Talk. You may notice I have a lovely guest, Malika. Oh, this way, Malika.
Hi.
Hi, Malika. How are you?
I am not too shabby. Can't complain. How are you doing
I'm
today?
good. I'm so excited to meet you. I We follow each other for like so long, and it's like the first
Yeah.
time I'm actually like meeting you. But and it's funny
Yeah.
because we don't live that far because you're in the DMV area and I'm in like the New York City area. So
What? I could have been and came over,
I know.
what are we
I
doing?
don't know. I blame COVID.
Yeah, no, COVID, definitely the culprit.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm so excited to talk with you today, Malika. So before we begin, please tell me about yourself. How long you've been in J or wearing J fashion? What style do you like to wear? And what would you say is a favorite brand or brands or yeah, that you like?
Okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is Malika, but many of you know me as Malika Keep Smiling. I am I guess self-proclaimed J fashion enthusiast. I have been in J fashion and Lolita fashion in general for 9 years now. So next July will be my 10th anniversary.
That's
Definitely.
crazy because
Yeah.
10 years for me is in March or
Oh,
April.
wow. That is
Wow, so we
awesome.
started almost at the same time.
Yeah.
Holy wow, that's so cool.
Beautiful.
That's so cool. I
Absolutely
love that.
beautiful. So you asked me like what J fashion styles I like. Ooh,
Yeah, do you have a favorite J fashion style you like to wear? I know you like to wear a lot, so
I do. I've worn a lot for, all of these years. I think my favorite style has to be I'll do top two. So it has to be country Lolita because it is just so like I guess like homey, if that makes any
Mhm.
sense. Like it's very like down to earth sometimes, but it also can be like really fun. And you can do so much with country Lolita. And then also I've been wearing this a lot, but Hime Lolita, which is the very fancy version where it's like over the top. So you can just literally, for me personally, I like to just take things and just throw it on and leave. And that's something I could definitely do with Hime Lolita.
I love Hime Lolita so much. I feel like over these past 10 years, I've started to gravitate
Hmm.
towards like more like regal and like
Yes.
Hime kind like I feel like what I'm wearing now is kind of like Bridgerton vibes or like regal.
Yeah, and it also helps that my name does means queen. So I kind of,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yes, it
That's
does.
cute.
Malika means queen. So I always like Hime because I have the opportunity to showcase, who
Your
I am,
name
queen,
in your clothes. I love that. I had no idea. In what language is it?
Arabic. It means
Ah,
queen.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, now I know. Good
Yeah.
to know.
Mhm. I think Hebrew too, if I'm not mistaken, but
Really?
I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
100% sure. But I know in Arabic, Malika means queen.
Mm,
Yes.
I
Yes,
love that.
indeed.
And do you
As,
have any favorite brands or?
hmm. Not as I thought I would. Like when I got into fashion, I saw some angelic pretty dresses and some baby stars shine bright, but I only like one or two pieces from them. But overall, I'm very like my the a lot of my things are indie, you know, just from just about anywhere. Like
Mm.
especially when I go shopping for certain pieces, I'm not really interested in the brand. I gravitate towards like what am I like my mood or what am I looking for? Like there are days where I want to wear something sweet. That could be any brand. There are sometimes, and people don't believe it, I would want to wear something that's gothic and dark and very like edgy. And I'll gravitate whatever has what I'm looking for. So I'm not really, particular
I
brands. I like just about everything.
I love that. I mean, I feel like your style is always very different. Like I think
Mhm.
one of the more recent ones that I remember seeing was the dragon, like the blue dragon. That
Oh
was really
yes.
cute.
Thank you. That's the sea dragon.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Mhm.
Yes. It
It's,
was
it's
so
from
cute.
it's from my Four Seasons Dragon series. So this year was summer. So during the
Oh,
summer, I like to go to the beach during the summer.
that's
So
cute. I
yeah,
love that. Do you do a lot of like theme things like that? I
yes,
feel
I
like you do.
do.
Yeah, like I
Like
always see like you're doing something based off of something.
Before that, it was fairies. So I
Mm-hmm.
did all four seasons, and each one of them had like themes of what I like to do. There were no seasons like spring fairy. I like to, see the flowers bloom versus spring dragon. It was all about cherry blossoms, all of the sakuras and everything. But yeah, this year, I love for summer, I love going to the beach. So of course, it makes sense for me to do sea dragon. And I love
Nice.
mermaids and everything, but I didn't want to be a mermaid again. I wanted to do something different.
Yeah,
So,
I was about to say, I think I remember seeing a mermaid cord.
hmm
You fill it out so well. I love it.
thank you so very much. I
I feel
appreciate
like
it.
I wouldn't look good as a mermaid.
I, I, I beg to differ. I think you would be a beautiful mermaid. Yeah. Mermaid
So,
queen.
all right. So let's get into our main topic. So, first, I would like to know, can you share a bit about your journey with your faith and your fashion? How did you come to combine your Muslim identity and hijabi and Lolita fashion style?
Absolutely. So I do have some notes here so I can keep on track because sometimes I love to go off in a tangent. That's what I do. So that's why I brought my notes with me. But my journey into Islam, I'm actually was born and raised into Islam. I'm third generation Muslim.
Wow.
So for those who are listening, uh, I know I may look like I'm from Africa, but I'm not from Africa. I'm all the way African American, and I'm like the stereotypical one too. No offense, but like my family, we're the fried chicken, macaroni, cheese, greens, knee slapping, country bunking. That was us. The only difference was like my grandparents actually was the one who reverted to Islam. So they just, I guess, turned pork into beef, I guess, if that makes any sense. But yeah. So as for my journey into fashion in general, like I grew up with my entire family, both sides. All of them have a passion for fashion. So since I was little, I was taught how to color coordinate my outfits, how to put certain patterns together, or even if I like things plain, I was taught how to do like something called like adding a pop color. So like a all white dress, but like that pink belt. Some
Hmm.
or like and the shoes that match with the belt and then the hijab that match with the shoes when I became of age and decided to wear the hijab. Even though I wore the hijab before that. I'm not sure if you know, may I give you a small background of my hijab?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just gonna keep it sweet and simple. When my mom was, in her, I guess my age, I'm in my 30s. It's okay. But when my mom all her life, even though she grew up Muslim, she never really wore the hijab. She
Hmm.
didn't start wearing her hijab until she was in her 30s.
Oh,
And she was treated like a queen and she looked so beautiful. And I was 9 years old and I came to my mom and I was like, hey, I want to do that too. And that's literally my story. Like, I literally wore the hijab because I saw my mom wore it and I saw how she carried herself and how she was treated better when she decided to embrace, wearing the hijab in her life.
wow. Would you say it's like a type of femininity for you, the hijab?
I think for me, it's a type of like regal way of life.
Mm.
Like people are more seem to be a lot of people who understand like and respect like Islam and modesty in general, they're more respectful towards you, or at least that's how it was with my mom.
Hmm.
Before that, men was like grabbing up on her and all that stuff, like right in front of us.
Hmm.
And when she wore the hijab, oh my gosh, it was like a complete 180. People just like, may peace be with you, sister. Like it was just so beautiful. Like we're just like, oh my gosh.
Wow. So it's kind
Like,
of like armor in a way.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They do call it a veil for a reason. So yeah, it was a beautiful thing to witness as a child. And I definitely wanted to be a part of that.
Wow. That's
So,
so cool.
but yeah, so both of my parents and family in general, very huge, passion for fashion. So when I discovered alternative fashion, it was kind of easy to like coordinate like all of the things I was taught into Lolita fashion because it was very similar to what I've been doing all of my life. And just like with cords, or a short for a coordinate, you put things together and make it work. That's all I that's all I know. So it
How
was
did you discover J fashion or alt fashion in general?
so there's a So July 2015, um, my husband invited me to an anime convention called Otakon. And this was my first ever anime convention. I've never even been to one.
Mhm.
And I didn't know what to do. I was just like, what do I do? Like, I don't see no like hijab people in cosplay. And he's like,
Mhm.
well, why don't you, you like to dress up all the time? And I was like, yeah. He's like, why don't you just be a Lolita? And I'm like, what is that? And then he's like, it's this thing I discovered in his manga. It's like a princess style. I was like, okay, I'll check it
So
out.
your husband got you into
Yeah.
Lolita.
So my husband got me into Lolita fashion. Yeah.
Holy wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So without
Kudos to
my husband,
husband.
it would not be a Malika keep smiling, basically.
That's crazy. Wow. What manga do you know? I'm just
I
curious.
have no idea. He saw this some random like manga in the store, and he don't remember the name of it. He just saw somebody in like this J fashion. It was an old one too. It was like from like the 90s.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay. That's weird. But
Wow.
I'm not mad about it at all.
Right, right. Now
Uh,
it's just basically your whole life.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and when I discovered Lolita, I fell in love. Oh my gosh, especially where my first coord. I did not want it to take it off. So I was like, there has to be more to this. Like, and then I saw like on YouTube, like someone hosting like a Lolita tea party. I'm like, ooh, do they have that around here? And they did. So that's when Otakon they had the Lolita Gardens. So it was
Hmm.
like a bunch of them in one. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so awesome. Also, like, dang, husband. Like, best husband
And my man,
ever.
thank you to my man.
That's your man's. Oh my God. So that's so interesting. So it kind of relating to my next question.
Mhm.
Lolita does have its origins in Japan. I mean, obviously your husband
Yeah.
got it from a manga, so it makes sense. And
Mhm.
then wearing a hijab is another layer of a cultural expression.
Yes,
How
it
do you
is.
navigate these different styles in a way that it feels authentic to you?
Well, what I do is I, depending on what style I'm going to wear that day, I try to coordinate it with my hijab or like I guess like a hijab style. So for example, like if I'm wearing, something more simple like a classic Lolita, I would have my hijab style more simple, not as much, pins and all the stuff you see me wearing. If anyone's listening, I'm wearing like a lot of jewelry on. And it's
A
funny because
flower
I'm like,
crown.
yeah, it's flower crowns. It's two. It's
Very
there we go.
cute.
Yeah, homemade by the way, very cute.
Oh,
I would go with yeah, but I would and how it all centers around the hijab. So I would see the hijab I really really like, and I'm like, I think I need a JSK to go with that one right there because that one is really pretty. So, or, I would see something like JSK that or OP, and I don't have any hijabs that match with it. So I would go out and either find one or make one myself that goes with it. Yeah,
yeah, because I did notice that you make a lot of your own things,
I do.
including your accessories and dresses. That's so cool.
Hmm.
Did you,
Like
oh, did
half
you,
of them.
wow, did you learn how to sew like before J Fashion or was that something you picked up?
So yes and no. So I actually learned my class when I was in elementary school. We were the last class that taught kids how to sew.
Wow.
I know, and it was so cool because it had the burlap and the needle and thread, and you put it, but not a real needle, the plastic one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
you
okay,
like learn how
okay.
to sew with that, and you learn how to like mend the button, and whoever mended it get like an A in the assignment. It was really cool. But I went home with my grandma and she taught me how to use a real needle and thread. Now I was only 6 years old when I learned how to sew. And I've always hand sewed for quite a while. It wasn't until like 2016 that I learned how to use a sewing machine. And so all the stuff that I learned how to sew, I just used the sewing machine instead. And it will be much quicker instead of like, you know, 2 days.
Depending on what you're making, it can take more than a week,
Mm-hmm.
months.
Yeah, months. So yeah. So I do make a lot of my, clothes and accessories, especially within the J fashion, alternative fashion setting.
That's really amazing that you can make a lot of things. I cannot make anything. I feel like even when I draw, I just do stick people. Not that you have to be a great jar to be,
No, my
but
job is
I
not
feel like
good.
that might help.
No, not really. You can
So
design crazy things with sticks. You'd be surprised.
that's fair. That's fair. So just to change the topic a little bit more of a difficult question. Have you
Hmm.
faced any challenges or misconceptions from people within the Lolita fashion community about your choice to wear a hijabi and and about your identity about being a Muslim woman?
Yes, I have, believe it or not. So the main misconception is pretty generic, like, oh, you must be really hot in that. And I really had someone, like, I was at a meetup and someone
I'm
really,
trying not to laugh, but
yeah, I know. In 2024, let that sink in. But anyway, but some people generally don't know, and that's okay too. It's nice for them to come up and ask. But yeah, I had someone walk up to me and it's like, oh man, I know you must be hot. I'm like, man, it's 100 degrees outside. We're all hot right now. Like,
and then with the added layers, like what do you
yeah, we're
expect?
all hot right now.
Like hello, like you see
Come
me in
on now.
like big poofy and then all these layers. What do you think?
Yeah. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm hot, but I know you must be really hot. It's just like, okay. I this is crazy. So one time, and I did mention, I put a little note on it so I can remember,
Mhm.
not remember, but make sure I say it clearly. So one time I posted one of my homemade cords actually,
Mhm.
and it was so pretty. Like even the hijab that came with it, it had like all these like designs that like coordinated with the dress that I made. It was so gorgeous. Anyway, I posted it, and I'm so grateful for all of the positive comments. But one somebody commented, and she basically was like, "This cord is nice, but it really would have been nice without the hijab, and that's okay." Like very passive aggressive. And I'm like, and I listen, I usually do not comment on those things, but back in the day, I used to make a couple of sessions, and this one's one of the exceptions that I made. And I was like, actually, I've been wearing like my hijab and J fashion for a couple of years, and specifically with this one, all of the designs go very well with this, cord. And I think wearing a hijab in my life or anything that I want to, especially on Lolita fashion, is a great thing. And that's okay too. And then she got mad. She goes on a tangent. Oh, I don't understand why, Muslim women are forced to wear this and forced to wear that. I know that you were forced to wear this, and this is not okay. You shouldn't be in this fashion if you're gonna, force your religion down people's throats. I'm like,
You should have commented.
you should have forced me to try. Like, this is crazy. If anyone has ever did their research on Islam, and you don't even have to go on drgoogle.com, you can just literally open the Quran, and literally it would say there is no compulsion in Islam. Chapter 2 in the Quran, just putting it out there, there is no compulsion of in Islam. Period.
You know what's funny? I have a Quran because my father he converted to Islam when he was young, so I
Oh
can
yeah.
literally get the Quran and show
Yeah.
us.
Like, come on now. There is no compulsion. So anything that you see and people are compulsive, being like forcing people to do something under Islam, this is not Islam. But unfortunately, because of the very negative stereotypes
Mhm.
that is carried, on our backs,
Mhm.
because we're Muslim, that is why a lot of people have these misconceptions about Islam and about Muslim women in general.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I don't force anybody to do anything. Nobody forced me to do anything. when it comes to hijab, but people are always trying to force an argument with me about, religion and their negative views on Islam and religion in general. People are always trying to force me on that. If
Mm,
I am being oppressed, that is the reason why.
mm. I can't
You
even
know?
imagine now.
Yeah. And this is, this I've been wearing hijab for 22 years now.
Oh wow.
So
Mhm.
yeah, and every year is something different. People always trying to force conversations on me, or force their opinions on me, but under the disguise of yeah, and you don't have to worry about anything. You're in America, you don't have to be forced to wear this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Can I eat my bread? Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. I'm so sorry. Oh.
It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
you know, wearing a hijab for me, especially being in alternative fashions, I am. Everything comes with its difficulties, but I have no regrets whatsoever.
I'm glad. I'm
Yes,
glad. So, since you are a Black woman
yes.
that wears Lolita,
Hmm.
how has your experience been in terms of representation and acceptance? Obviously, you have a little bit more of a layer since you are Muslim and wear a hijab. Do you feel that diversity is celebrated in our global EGL community?
I've In our global EGL community, I do believe diversity is celebrated, but I still also but think we have a long way to go. Like, yeah, we definitely have a long way to go when it comes to diversity and representation within the EGL community. But so far, it's getting there from when I first started to now. It's
Mm-hmm.
so much like diversity and such a beautiful thing to see. And I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to, more. And by the way, I'm bringing more sisters into, I'm bringing more hijab sisters in here.
Heck yeah. I know. I follow a few actually. I was so happy that, oh my God, there's so many. There's a whole community. I had no idea. This is so awesome.
Yes, it's such a blessing and truly an honor, honestly.
I love that. So, what sort of advice would you give other Black Muslim women or women of color who want to embrace their alternative fashion styles, like Lolita or any other J fashion styles, but may feel hesitant due to lack of representation, especially with wearing a hijab?
Definitely do your research. There's not as much sources out there. Maybe I should create like a blog on how to wear hijab in
That
Florida.
would be cool. Or collab with other Lolitas that also wear
Yes,
hijab.
no,
That would be really cool.
that is definitely to come, by the way. Just, future episodes, there is going to
Ooh,
be a global hijabi Lolita
I
collab.
would love to see a hijabi meetup. Maybe I'll wear hijab for a day.
Oh my good. Oh, we should do like a try on hijab with Lolita fashion.
Oh my God, that would be so cute, actually.
That would be really
I
cute.
always thought the hijab are so pretty. I
Thank
always
you
thought
so
that. I've
much.
always thought that. Like
Thank
one of
you.
my old childhood best friends, their family is Muslim. She doesn't wear
Mhm.
hijab, but her like family does. Always so pretty.
Thank you. So, yeah, my overall advice is, do your research, take your time and do it right. And listen, you might as well live your best life because regardless, people are always going to talk smack about you. So you have to, take your time and go what is right for you. For you are the best you when you are true to yourself.
That's gonna be a TikTok clip. So, how would you say your faith influences your fashion choices, if they do? And how would you say you balance your religious principles with expressing yourself through Lolita?
I'm glad you asked that. So actually, one of my religious principles is to not wear things like too like revealing or form-fitting, which is ideal in Lolita fashion because Lolita fashion is very modest, which I'm so grateful for. But also like the way I was particularly raised, everyone was raised differently, just putting that out there. But in my family, we were particularly raised like you don't like try to imitate like God's creation. So like wearing things with like realistic animals or like realistic people, like portraits of like Marie Antoinette or things like that. like I wouldn't be wearing anything like that because that would go against what I was taught. And also, we try not to, you know, I guess like replicate other religious beliefs
Mm.
out of respect for their beliefs. So you wouldn't see me in anything with crosses or, anything with like other religious things other than like
Mm-hmm.
the religion that I was taught.
Yeah, like religious motifs on like a dress or something.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not that I don't have anything against like people of other religion. I love people of all religious backgrounds. It's like out of respect for them and out of like what I was taught, I prefer to not go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anything with, a matter of fact, this is an interesting story. I'll give you an example. So one of my dream dresses is, and it's called Rose Museum by Angelic Pretty. And oh my God, I saw this dress like 2016 and on a Facebook group, and I fell in love. And finally, 4 years later, I finally got, no, 5 years. 5 years later, I finally was able to get my hands on it and make
Wow.
one of my own. Well, buy it. I bought it, but it was too small, so I had to make it my size. It
Oh.
was interesting. But when I tried it on, put the cords together, I noticed there were little crosses on there. I didn't know. I was like,
Wait,
"Ooh."
but something that's called rose. I
Yeah, it
wouldn't
has
even
crosses on
think.
there. Yeah, I know. And
Ah,
like unless you're like up close, you wouldn't even see it. But
yeah.
that was for me personally because I was taught to look out for those things. That was the first thing I saw, and I'm just like, oh no. So I just like re-examined the dress. I'm like, I can tweak it up a little bit, because when you and I just want to put it out there, guys, it's your dress. When you buy it, it's yours. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Okay. So now that it's out there. Yes. So what I did was I covered the crosses with 3D roses, like fabric roses that goes with the JSK.
Oh my goodness.
So it's really pretty. It's like right behind me and it's gorgeous. I only wore it twice because I'm just like, this is really expensive. This is too precious.
You
So I
need to
don't
send a
want.
picture so I can put it there to show
Yes.
as you're
Oh,
talking about it.
absolutely. Absolutely. It was one of my recent courses. I'll definitely send you a picture so you can put it there.
That's so cool.
So I covered the crosses with little roses on it.
I've never, that's so interesting. Like, whenever I think of like altering dresses, I only think about like, like so that it can, fit the person in general.
Hmm.
But to change the print essentially,
Yeah.
damn,
I
that's
knew it was
genius.
time to get rid of it.
That's genius.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. And it goes with it so well. Like people don't even notice that I changed it
Wow.
up.
That makes me think of like, so like Holy Lantern. It has
Yeah,
like crosses and stuff. What if you were to bejazzle or bedewel the
that's too
the
much.
crosses? That was so funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Holy Lantern is like all crosses.
Right. I know that, but like I mean like you could just basically change it.
I could. It would take
Bedazzle a dress.
it would take me.
Bedazzle the brand dress.
Why not? It's your dress. You can do whatever
Right.
you want to do with it.
So, since we're talking about potentially you meeting up with other hijabi Lolitas, have you found supportive communities either online or offline that celebrate the intersectionality of being Muslim, wearing hijab, and participating in alternative fashion styles?
Yes, yes, and yes. Well, both online and in person. There are multiple supportive communities near where I live, and they always welcome me with open arms. Like I am so extremely grateful. Even to the point where, I have to admit it. So someone told me I'm Orthodox Muslim, and I was shocked. I was really
Really?
shocked.
How would you be non-orthodox, I guess?
Oh, I don't know. I never saw myself as an Orthodox Muslim. But they said, Malika, think about it. You pray 5 times a day. I was like, yeah. You wear hijab? Yeah. You fast on Ramadan? Yeah. I mean, don't everybody do that? Just like Malika, you're Orthodox. Accept that. I was like, okay. So even to the point, and that's why I wanted to mention that because even to the point where I have to, make my prayer, because I pray 5 times a day,
Mm-hmm.
they would find places for me to pray.
Wow.
Like, yeah. And they'll be like, hey, Malika's praying. I'll go over there. Just leave her alone. Like, I am so extremely grateful for the, overall, J fashion community for welcoming people like me and giving us a chance to be able to express ourselves in being a part of their community. It's a beautiful thing. It's not all sunshines and rainbow. There's always going to be trolls here and there and everywhere you go. But overall, it's been very positive and a beautiful experience.
I love that. I guess I've seen, because just me sometimes walking around, I've seen
Mhm.
people like just in the street like start praying. I'm like, oh, I guess it's their
Yeah.
time. So would that be considered orthodox or unorthodox?
Well, according to this one friend and many other people who agreed with this friend, yeah, apparently like that's could be in like I guess religious Muslim. I
Mm,
don't know. I never saw myself as I'm still taking that in because I never saw myself as like religious. It's just like when you pray, like for me, like at least when you pray, when you fast, when you try your best abilities to live your life according to Islamic principles,
hmm.
I just thought that was just the way of life, at least for me.
Right.
Everybody has their own lives to live. They was like, Malika, you're Orthodox. I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So they accept me for who I am. And like I said, I'm extremely grateful.
I love that. Are these groups mainly like on Facebook or
Mhm.
Instagram?
Mainly on Facebook, but there has been a few on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. And of course, there's plenty of not, I don't know about Facebook, but I know on Instagram, there's a lot of like hijab Muslim Lolitas,
Mm-hmm.
which is communities. So, or just Muslim in alternative fashion, many online than on person.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, unfortunately for me, I think I've met one other hijab Lolita in
Oh.
person.
Like in the DMV area or just like traveling maybe or
Yeah, the DMV area. One.
oh.
There's only one. But there's plenty of us. But we're not as local towards each other, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the a lot of that I know, I believe the one I have in mind lives in Malaysia, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Alice
Alice.
Fair.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
she's in
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah, and there's a ton over there.
Ah, like tons. And they have their own meetups. They have
Yeah.
documentary. They have everything over there. I'm like, okay, definitely have to go there for a meetup one of these
Right.
days.
I'm like, y'all should do a con or something. Like,
Mhm.
give me a reason to go to Malaysia. Not that,
I know.
Malaysia's a great country, but like, I only go to places if there's something J fashion
You know what? That is true. That is very true. I'll
related.
talk to Alice. I'll see what you think. Alice is one of my really good friends.
Oh,
So
that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go to a hijabi like Lolita convention and I'll wear hijabi all 3 days.
Oh
Like, I'll do
shit!
it. I'll do it.
Oh my
I would totally do it.
god! Absolutely. Now you just so you know, she doesn't have to wear it, you guys. She
Yes,
wants to
yes,
wear
yes.
it.
That's just my choice. I'm
Yeah,
just comfortable with it.
that would be so cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what do you hope people will understand about the diversity and individuality of Muslim women, especially when it comes to self-expression through fashion and style? Since we talked a lot, especially about your how you express yourself through your coordinates.
Well, I hope for people to understand that embracing diversity is amazing. It is absolutely beautiful because it helps truly challenge the stereotypes that's out there, about us. Like rather, especially if you're black and you're a person of color, there's a lot of stereotypes that people automatically have about you. So embracing diversity definitely helps like break that down, you know, and understand that, modesty in general doesn't mean lack of fashion and style, especially for hijab be people who are into alternative fashion. And it's not just one style, there's so many different styles out there. Like I've seen this one sister, she had her hijab, but the whole thing was like a bow tie.
Oh
It
my
was
God, I've seen
so
so many of
pretty.
those. It's
Oh
like, I swear, hijabi women, like, I swear, they're just always on like the high runway, like catwalk, because the way how they style like their
Hmm.
outfits and like create things with hijabi is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. Just like
I-
when you did the Sailor Moon one, I thought that was so cool.
Thank you so
That
very
was so
much.
cute.
I'm planning on doing all of the scouts.
Oh
Hmm.
God.
Yeah.
God.
Thank you so very much.
I
Yeah,
just
I'm
think
planning
it's
on doing
so
all of the
cool. Cause
scouts.
like I feel like I don't know, it just like it's just so it's such a pretty thing whenever I see like hijabi women like really make a statement and like
Hmm.
they really like coordinate and like not just like alternative fashion, but like normie wear or
Yeah.
whatever. So cool, so cool. It's like
Thank
I see my feed full of it sometimes.
you. Well, thank you very much. But yeah, like there's so many when it comes to like, embracing diversity and like understanding that other hijabis, like J fashion, we we are free to express ourselves however we want to, you know, as long as we're living our best lives, that is okay. And so some of us, like to wear black all the time. Some of us want to wear a full niqab, and that's okay. Some of us, are they like unicorns, so they want to dress up as unicorns, and that's okay. There's so many variety of things out there for like all of us to like love and appreciate.
Yes, that
Yes.
exactly. I love that. I love that. So do you have a favorite coordinate that you've done?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Let me see my favorite coordinate. See, you did mention the Sailor Moon one. But I don't think that's my favorite one. You know
Ooh.
what? My favorite one that I did because recently, because I've done so many chords,
Mm-hmm.
but I did it last year. It was actually a homemade Hime Lolita cord, and the
Ooh.
fabric I got from Joanne Fabric, it had castles on there.
Oh wow.
Like, and the castles looked like they were lighted up. And that has to be my favorite card because I always wanted to wear something with castles in there,
Mm-hmm.
like on it. So, and the way I was able to put it together because I literally had nothing to match with it. And I was like, if it's Hime and Lolita, you can wear a lot of gold. So
Right.
I glitzered up in gold basically. So I had a gold halo crown. I had a tiara, which I don't really wear tiaras with my hijab, but I made an exception. And ever since then, I've been getting a lot of tiaras. It looks really pretty. Just keeping it like on there. We have to like pin it up so it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't fall. It's gonna fall
Mm.
anyway, but we'll try our best to like keep it on. And it was so pretty and it had pockets. And it had pockets.
Love it when they have pockets.
That's the
Love
one
it.
that has pockets. So that's definitely my favorite.
And you made the dress with the
I made
fabric?
I made it. I'll
Wow.
definitely include a picture. I made the whole thing.
Oh my God, I can't
Mhm.
wait. I can't wait to show it here.
And I think my favorite part of it is because of the Ita bag. I got it was a Castle Ita bag that
Oh my God.
I've been staring at for years. And I found it secondhand on Macari. By the way, guys, Macari is like the best things for anybody that love alternative fashion. Macari and Lace Market, my best friends. Like some of them, you can even talk to the seller, be like, hey, I don't got this right now, but I really want this. They'll make deals with you. They'll help you like with payment plans and everything. Like it is the coolest thing. So yeah, because a lot of people don't got it like that financially, but we still
Yeah.
do our best.
Right. So do you have like a favorite coordinate that you've created that you enjoyed the process of?
That I created, I enjoyed the process. Yes, actually. My recent country Lolita cord. Well, it was country sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was country sweet, and I wore it to Apple Picking Meetup.
I think
And
I remember seeing it.
yeah, and I think because the accessories that went with it, again, we mentioned accessories, but I desperately wanted something with apples on it. I couldn't find
Mhm.
it. I couldn't find any good fabrics with apples on it. I don't know what happened. I'll probably find it when I don't need it. That's just how it is.
Maybe when it's not apple picking season.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, that's
You gotta
true.
buy it in the winter or the spring.
Yeah, you're absolutely. I didn't even think about that. And I'll probably find a really beautiful apple printed fabrics by then. Yeah, for sure.
Then you'll be ready next year.
Mhm.
Next year.
Yeah. So I think because like it it was very different from the color I'm used to wearing. You know, I wear pastels most of the time.
Mm.
So this was like a red color. And it wasn't that bright red. It was like that fresh apple picking.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the flower crown itself had apples on there.
That's so cute.
So it literally looked like I picked the apples off the tree and like put it on my
Oh,
head. It was so pretty.
that's so cute.
Yeah, and of course, all of my chords, and this is, I guess, going back to a question like, how do I incorporate my faith into,
Hmm.
my fashion? Every single one of my chords from the beginning, I never wore leggings because that also goes under how I was raised with things not being like really form fitting. Like,
Hmm.
of course, Muslim women can wear leggings. You can, you do you. But for me personally, I'm not comfortable with it. So one of my process I love to do is I like to paint designs on, I guess we're going to call them J fashion trousers. Yeah, at least that's what I call it. I'll find another name for it if I ever do a store or whatever. But yeah, like I painted like little like fruits on it and just to go with like that particular cord. But I also like to, recycle, put it with other things too.
Hmm.
So everything just fits so well and like from the color to like the theme. And yeah, like I enjoyed the entire process because it was super last minute. I made it within like what, less than a week. And what is great about this particular one was I already had everything here except for the fabric because I wanted to do something before and I was really upset that I couldn't do it. So, but I saved all of the materials, including like the fake apples, even though they look real. So I was like, oh my God, I forgot to add this. So it helped like make the court so much better and very like fun and creative. It was amazing. I enjoyed the entire process.
I love that. I love when people are so like creative with their outfits like that. Like, I mean, we all are obviously like we all
Mhm.
have an element of
Yes.
creativity, but it's just like different when like you make something.
Hmm.
Um,
Listen, this is my advice when it comes to making things. I actually don't know how to read patterns, unfortunately. Someone tried to teach me, but it just did not make any sense.
mm.
So I learned how to make my own patterns by simply taking a bunch of squares and rectangles and making it my size. And anybody could do that. I know it's weird. I know it doesn't sound realistic, but seriously, it's all a bunch of squares and rectangles that you make your size.
That sounds makes sense to me. I don't know how to read patterns either. I don't know how to sew.
Yeah. And once you learn how to sew, either hand sewn or machine, because I've seen Lolitas make their entire cord by
Mm.
hand, like not the machine, by hand. If you know how to make a tote bag, you know how to make a JSK.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that going to be a hot take? I wonder.
it could be. If you know how to
Oh,
make a tote bag, you know how to make a JSK.
that's so
'Cause
interesting.
it's taking a bunch of squares and rectangles and making it your size.
Oh yeah, that
Mhm.
is that is true. I never
I,
thought of it that way.
you know what I'll do? The next one I'll make, I'll explain exactly how I do it, the squares and rectangles.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'll just be like square, rectangle. I
I
make it
love that.
nice.
So do you like when you create a dress or anything, do you have like it planned like how it
Yeah.
look in your
It's
head?
all it's all in here
And
first.
then you just like try to replicate what's in your head.
Hmm. Sometimes I draw them.
Oh, okay,
Because I
okay.
know with my favorite cord, the castle cord, I guess, I literally drew that one because I saw
Oh
that
wow.
fabric and fell in love.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's cotton too. And it had pockets. Okay. Anyone that sews is listening to this, you already know cotton is like the best material to work with ever.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm.
So, what has to go a little bit more serious? Because,
Yes,
we gotta talk serious sometimes so that people can learn your experiences.
of course.
What has your experience been like as a Black Muslim woman in the EGL community? Have you felt welcome, represented, or
I
otherwise?
overall the experience has been positive. There has been some few interesting situations. Like some
As always.
people, yeah,
As
some people
always.
literally think that I'm cosplaying a Muslim.
Wait, roll it
Yeah,
back. Roll it
yeah.
back.
They like they would see me with other because when I mainly wear J fashion, I'm not by myself. I'm with other people in alternative fashion.
Oh, okay, okay.
And all of a sudden, like, but some people's like, oh, you're just cosplaying a hijab. Okay.
How?
So, and then another interesting experience I've had, even though everything is positive, there are always some few things here and there,
Mhm.
a few stones on the road you step on.
Right.
Uh, I'm gonna try to say this without laughing because this is ridiculous.
Oh no.
So one time I was in J fashion. I was wearing actually one of my favorite country Lolitas. And I'll have you post a picture of it.
Mhm.
No. But anyway, I was walking home from, Katsucon
Mhm.
and everything was great. My experience was amazing. It was such a beautiful day. It was my first ever Katsucon and I loved the whole thing. It was beautiful. As I was walking to my car, I heard somebody in the background. Oh my God, finally, finally. And I'm just like, is he talking to me? Like, let me just walk a little faster. And then
Crazy
he
person.
caught up with me. He grabbed my shoulder. I don't like when people touch me, but whatever. He quickly grabbed my shoulder and he hugged me. And he's like, oh my God, yes. And then he looks at me. He has the biggest smile on the face. And he's like, Harriet Tubman. Yes, he thought I was Harriet Tubman.
Uh, I
Yeah. And he goes off. He's like, yeah, because I see people up in that convention wearing all this Chinese mess. You know what he actually said, the S word, but I don't cuss. He wear all this Chinese ass. And finally great to see a sister and representing what she's supposed to be wearing.
no. This is not real life.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Harriet
So
Tubman.
Harry, I mean, believe me, it's an honor. Because
Yes, but like
I mean, it was, the queen, but
you look nothing. Even just
Harriet
what you're
Tubman,
wearing now, like Harriet Tubman didn't even wear hijab. I mean, maybe in their her history books, but
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman, like what?
Harry, I just let him have it. I was like, yeah. Because he was just so happy. Like, he was the happiest guy ever. He's like, yeah, you truly made my day. Thank you, sister. I was like, oh.
Did he? I guess he thinks Harriet Tubman wore hijab. What? Hello? Did you not take a social studies class?
I don't think so. I don't think he took
Oh
that.
my god. I mean,
He probably skipped
honestly,
that
if
class.
Harriet Tubman would have I could see Harriet Tubman old fashioned though.
Yeah. No,
She was
for
out of
real.
the she was out of the she was different. She was out of the norm. She
Mhm.
was never part of the crowd. So you know what?
She was her own
Heck
person.
yeah.
She was iconic.
She was
Yeah.
like,
Like, so believe me, it's an honor, but it's just like,
this is crazy. Like, wow, you look like Harriet Tubman. What? That's crazy.
yes. So this is why when I'm mainly in J fashion, I'm with other people.
I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to be alone. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm usually alone when I'm wearing J fashion. I'm out and about. So
Hmm.
it's always older white gentlemen that like to
Yeah.
come up.
Oh, I've been sung to. This he literally started, he saw me, he said how beautiful I look, and he just started singing. I'm just like, oh wow. Yep.
Wow, you're serenaded.
Yeah, I was serenaded. People thought I was getting married. Um,
I mean, I can see
yeah, I
I
could
can
definitely
see
see
the
that.
yeah, I can see like even what I'm wearing, like I can see it. I can
Yeah,
see.
because, oh,
Thanks.
congratulations. Yeah, but I think the Harriet Tubman experience definitely was an eye opener for me because I was not expecting that. Not at all.
it's not funny, but no, it's funny, but dang. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Do you get Bo Peep? Do you get all
No,
those?
I did not get the Bo Peep.
Really?
I'm shocked. I did not get the Bo Peep.
Oh man.
Yeah. I
They're my
was expecting a
favorite.
Bo Peep. That was the only one I was actually expecting.
That's crazy. I know I've gotten Bo Peep. I've gotten Miss Muffin.
I've got a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, I got that one
I was
recently
happy
actually.
though. I
Me
was like,
too. I
okay.
got that one recently, but the way he was like, man, I would strawberry shortcake, F word.
Oh
And I'm
no.
like, you didn't realize strawberry shortcake was a child,
Yeah.
but okay.
I've got a lot of head nods. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Yes.
I like one of my favorite, I think, are like older black men that like
Oh
give
my gosh.
compliments. They've been giving like the craziest compliments, but like it's like so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, the Harriet Tubman one was an older black man.
He didn't even live when Harriet Tubman was alive. So why would that be the first
I
thing
bet he went home and told all of his friends.
that I saw Harriet Tubman? I
Yes.
saw Harriet Tubman cosplay. Oh my god. Oh, that there's so much. There's layers to that. Oh my god.
Uh, I mean, oh my gosh. So this is another good one. So me and my best friend Asami, we went
Oh, Asami
out.
Moon.
Yes,
I love
I
her.
love her. She is incredible. Yeah, she's been in the J fashion for a
A
long.
while, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely should talk to her next time. But she tells you, but she'll probably tell you a better version of the story I'm about to tell you.
I'll
So
get both
we
sides.
we went out in a predominantly black community,
Mhm.
and they loved it. They were just like, oh my, but they loved it a lot to the point where it was uncomfortable. For example, like people was walking up to us and literally like touching our dresses. And of yeah, yeah. And like asking for pictures, like having us taking pictures with their kids, like, hey, hold on, you come here, Shamika, go stand in the middle of them. And it's like, yes. And so we took a lot of pictures with a lot of people that day. And like we went out to eat, and people was literally like, hey, what's up? You guys look so good. Like right when we got the food in our mouth, we're just like,
That's my least favorite thing. Like, do y'all see me eating? Like, do you want me to come up to you and be like, hey, you
so
want a picture of me now?
like right, like literally the food is like right in my mouth. And we went to, Texas Roadhouse with the bread. Oh my
I
God.
love the bread. Oh, the bread. I haven't had that in years. Oh,
It's so good. It's so good. I'm supposed to be watching what I eat, but I have to make an exception for
yeah, it's that butter with the bread. Beautiful combination.
beautiful,
Beautiful. Mm.
beautiful. Anyway, Asami was like, if one more person come up to me and ask me, what am I wearing? I'm going to snap. And I'm like, Asami, don't do that. We're already in alternative fashions. Let's just be chill. She's like, okay, okay. All right. So we finish our food and we leave the restaurant. And this woman and her friend, she came and she was like, what are you?
Human?
She literally not
Two
what
black women?
no. She literally said, excuse me, what are you? And you and you know what Asami said? She goes, we're from Bulgaria. Oh, she's like, yeah,
I
we're from
love that.
Bulgaria. And you know what was weird? The lady believed us. She's like, oh wow, that made so much sense.
What?
This country.
What do they wear that looks like what we're wearing?
And then me being stupid in the back of her with my fake accent. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, Bulgaria.
I don't even know what accent they have.
No, me neither. We just it's not. She didn't even say Bulgaria like the country. No, she said Bulgaria.
Yo. I need to do that. I need to do that.
Yes.
I'm gonna need
So
to do
now, like every time we go out, he's like, "You want to wear Bulgaria
that.
traditional clothes?"
Bulgaria K. Bulgaria K.
Like it's not even a real country, but we just literally made up one spot because she was just so tired.
Right.
Didn't even make it to the car. Like when those ladies walked away, we was dying. It was like, oh my
I would just
gosh.
make up an East European country and just some fake. That made me think of was what is it, Deutschland, Swiss?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, Bulgaria.
Isn't that a chocolate brand?
Yeah,
Bulgaria? Is that a
I have
chocolate
no
or a
idea.
bag? I think it's like a some luxury brand or a chocolate brand, I
I have
feel
no
like.
idea,
That's so
honestly.
hilarious. I love that. The song is great.
Yeah, the zombie is funny. Like that was I was not expecting that in my wildest dreams. I'm
Oh my
just like,
god.
oh God, what is she gonna do? She said we're from Bulgaria. And it was the fact that the lady believed us. That was the part that
It
killed.
got that made sense. That
That
part.
makes
She said
perfect
that
sense.
makes sense.
How long y'all staying here in the country?
Oh my god. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But overall, my experience in J Fashion has been great.
That's good. Out of pocket, as always.
Yeah.
That's
Out
what
of
it's out of
pocket,
always out of pocket.
you're gonna be wearing interesting people, which is like, why can't you just wear a shirt and jeans like a regular person? I'm
No,
like,
that's boring.
I'm my own person. We all have our own stories to live. Like, what
Right.
do you mean?
I'm dead in Bulgaria. I'm dead.
We need to make a pen, Bulgaria. Like,
Bulgaria.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, well, I mean, since the Lolita fashion community is diverse, how do you feel like the Lolita fashion community can become more inclusive and supported of people from diverse backgrounds,
Did
such
he just
as
have more people
Bulgaria?
from Bulgaria?
Oh my god.
My thing fall off.
We can get our giggles out. Oh, that was too good. Bulgaria.
Oh my gosh. But you know, just like so how can they add more? Just maybe like because overall it's very diverse in the J fashion community, but I guess like the main pieces is like maybe emphasize like we can make exceptions on things. So instead of like for Lolita fashion, it's like dress, what is it? Dress, petticoat, blouse,
Blouse, if
leggings.
JSK,
So,
headpiece, tea party
so
shoes.
T-part, yeah. So with that one, you can put or for the leggings part, or pants or long skirts,
Right. Or
just
sneakers.
or sneakers.
Sneakers, Crocs.
Mhm.
I'm an advocate for sneakers and Crocs.
Yes,
That's all I
yes,
wear.
please. Yes, more sneakers and Crocs, more comfortable shoes. A lot of
Mhm.
us when we go to these meetups, we have to walk a lot.
Yeah.
So, and not a lot of us can afford to go to foot massage.
Mhm.
Like, just saying. So, I think another way we can do, like, especially for people in my situation, who don't necessarily feel comfortable with like wearing leggings, or some people literally can't wear it because of allergies.
Mhm.
Some
Mhm.
people have skin problems and stuff like that. So I think there needs to be a more like secondhand market for us,
Mhm.
like more like long skirts or long bloomers, or
Mhm.
or even J fashion themed pants
Hmm.
that you can wear with your cords.
I will say recently when I went to there's an anime convention in New York City called NYC.
Mm-hmm.
Recently I bought a pair of pants and it like so pretty. It's like these cute like they're kind of like the what is it like cargo pants? No, like with all the pockets. I forget
Um,
what they're called.
joggers.
They're yeah, they're
Yeah.
joggers, but like they're tactical. I think tactical wear is what it's
Ooh,
called. It's like
definitely,
a yeah, I
definitely
think
send me that.
or tech
Send me
wear.
that.
I don't know. It's like one of those things. And like I'm like trying to figure out kind of do like a cool like pink kind of like cool outfit with it.
Mhm.
So outside of Lolita obviously, but yeah, I'm for it. Like lately I've been looking for like more pants.
Mhm.
Pink pants specifically. Obviously, it's kind of hard to find pink pants.
Yeah, there is. There's a specific brand when I do go shopping out is Alfred Dunner.
Mm.
They have the trousers that come in all colors of the rainbow, including pink. The pink ones are hard to come by, but once if you find them, snatch it. Like seriously, it's one of those situations because pink is like hard to find in pants.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah,
you wear like jeans, denim, pink is
yeah.
always the most difficult to find.
Yeah, I don't
It,
know how I do it.
it was easy last year because remember the Barbie, like hi Barbie,
I feel
pink
like lately
everything.
I went to like Macy's to like buy like a couple like outfits for work. I
Mm-hmm.
just bought pink stuff and they were all on the clearance section. And literally I was like, dang,
Oh
I'm glad
wow.
no one wears pink because I got them for like 15 bucks each thing. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's so
It
nice.
must have been from
That's
like
sweet.
last year and people got tired with
Mhm.
Barbie. And I'm like, I'm never tired with Barbie.
I know, right?
Never.
We thank Barbie for putting more pink
Yes.
out there,
Yes.
honestly.
Barbie and Hello Kitty.
Yes. And you know Hello Kitty's birthday coming up in 2 weeks.
Yes. Oh my
November
God. Yeah,
2nd.
yes. November baby, right. I
Yes.
forget. I always forget.
Yes.
Oh
So
my
yeah, I'm
God.
definitely planning on doing a alternative fashion thing around that.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
because I feel like Lolita, our community is very diverse, but
Mm-hmm.
there's still like work need to be done to be more inclusive. We're still
Absolutely.
pretty exclusive, especially for folks who like use mobility aids.
Mm-hmm.
Any sort of differences, like
Yeah.
hijab, like
Yeah.
having afro hair, like
Oh, speaking
you
of
know,
mobility aids, they should have like, you know how people can decorate like their walkers and wheelchairs and canes? They should
like
have like J
deco.
fashion themed ones with like where because not everybody's like creative, but they
Right,
should have something like you can buy them. You
right,
know,
right. Or
and
like deco it, like
yeah.
deco den or something. That would be so
Oh my
cool. I don't
gosh.
know if it would like actually
Oh,
interfere with the aid itself, but like maybe like a cane would be okay. I don't know. I mean,
mhm.
I don't
That
know if
would be
I'm
really
speaking out of
cool.
turn here.
Yeah, I know. If anyone's listening that's,
Like use
that,
mobility aids, like a cane or something. Like, how do
yeah,
you make
I
it
definitely
pretty?
yes. Oh my goodness. We need more of that as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of
Too.
J fashion people. They don't specifically wear Lolita, but they wear J fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And they like deck out like their chair and like their cane. And it's like, oh my God, that's so cute. That's so cute. It's
Yes.
basically like decorating your bag or something. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously a bag isn't as
Oh,
important
such a
as like a
beautiful thing to
mobility aid, but
see.
like, yeah, it's so cool.
It's such a beautiful maybe, like I mentioned before, hijab with Lolita try on or something like that.
Mm,
Maybe on World Hijab Day, me and the community and I, we can get together and we all can wear our different.
yes, I'll have to look up tutorials of how to put on the hijab.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to put it on too.
I
And
know. That's why it's so intimidating.
this is
I'm like,
like my
how do I do
20th
it
style.
right?
Like the current style I'm wearing right now is literally like my 20th style.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Wow. That's so
So
cool.
yeah,
Do you ever like put lace? Like, do you ever do
I
any
do.
decorating
My
on the
my first
hijab?
ever cord, I actually did put the lace like on the cap, and you can like clearly see it.
Oh, wow. That's
Yep.
so cool. I
Yes,
think I would like to do that.
and I do like add lace on like the edges or like little pearls. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, I do. That's so
Yeah,
cute.
like little pearls or in the most um the most recent cord I'm planning on wearing, not really too recent, but I'm one to celebrate my 10th year, I guess, Lolita
Yes.
fashion anniversary next July.
Yes.
So, and I believe it or not, I started off wearing like punk and gothic, but
Oh.
I kind of want to wear gothic hime, like
Oh.
that red and that black. So I definitely am collecting like a lot of pieces, including like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like black lace to put like all over my hijab.
That's so interesting. I'm actually like trying to wear like a arrow Lolita cord.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
very
like I'm
nice.
kind of like working on it. I have to get like a few things before I would actually put it together and trial and
Mhm.
error, but it's like something I've been wanting to do for like years. Like I remember seeing this Lolita like pink arrow
Mm.
cord like years ago. And I think Ali Project, they like wore, I think it was in Kara or the GLB magazine, I forget which one. Um, they like wore one, and ever since I've been like, oh my God, I want to wear that.
I always wanted to try OG fashion, the
You should,
like
you
the printed
should,
style,
you
especially
totally should.
me liking manga and the Rose of Versailles movie coming up. I mean that would be really nice.
I only have like one like OG outfit, which is like this blouse and like shorts. It's like kind of more like casual, but it's so cute.
Hmm. I mean, it does help when you know people that wear a lot. So maybe if I don't want to buy outright, I'd be like, hey, can I just try yours on? It's, just to give it a trial run to see how I feel about it. And if they're okay with it, yeah, it does help to have make a lot of friends in the J
Absolutely.
fashion community for purposes like that. Because
So Malika, that was a lot. Thank you so much. Is
you're
there
welcome.
anything you want to talk a little bit more about or call to action to?
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to say it first and foremost, free Palestine.
If I had the little flag,
Yeah, I
it'd be
know.
right here.
you know I've recently I'm just put it out there. I don't know if anyone's have recently seen myself, but I believe I've been shadow banned. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but your girl's been shadow banned because of her support of humanity and my avid support of my brothers and sisters and family members, actual family members in Palestine. So, oh well, I have no regrets. Free Palestine. I'm going to say that through and through. You will be seeing me in my Lolita corset with the keffiyeh, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. That's really nothing I can do about that.
My little Palestinian flag here.
Absolutely, because I don't know, a lot of people has been in like if you're gonna have an alternative fashion, obviously you have to have an alternative mindset that goes with it. And many of us in this community are very smart people. We're really good at doing our research. And things like this is it's a book in a library, a clicking away, or talk to people that actually, you know, been there and experience that is it's not okay. It's not okay what's going on, and there's nothing wrong with bringing that awareness and that attention. And so
Mhm.
we're going to support all people. Let's do that. That would be great.
Right. And like the thought that Lolita or just any alternative
Mhm.
fashion is there's no political like it's not political is a little bit kind of a hot take.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, if we're thinking of like UK alt fashion,
Hmm.
absolutely political.
Yes. You know, even the
Yeah.
ones here, we're very, we're advocacy for a lot of things,
Mhm.
we're advocacy for all people,
Right.
LGBTQIA people who are, with, disabled people who, don't have a place to, live. These are
Mhm.
all political subjects.
Right. And
And
like I understand that some people may not wear at least like Lolita and like pretty much any other J fashion to make political statements. However,
Mhm.
I just don't think it's unfair to deny the fact that you you'll always kind of make a statement. Like you
Absolutely.
are dressing out of the norm, so that is inherently political. I
Yeah, we
mean,
might as
but
well take a stand if you're going to
right,
decide
right.
to,
Even if the reason why you didn't dress in street fashion is political, that's completely fine. Like I'm
uh,
not like I'm of the mind where like, hey, if all you want to do is dress cute and all that, that's cool. That's
mhm,
absolutely fine. I'm not against that. However,
yeah.
for some folks, that's not always the case. And
Hmm.
I know we talked about this, but a form of escapism, especially for us
Yes.
Black folks.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so I just definitely want to put that out there, and also J fashion is not just for people with money. I don't got it like that. A lot of my most expensive pieces, no, sorry, all of my most expensive pieces, let me tell the truth, has been made through payment plans. Okay, and sometimes I don't even have five to put on there. So it is okay to, you don't have to buy brand, but it's also like be aware of like where you're getting your stuff from, because
Hmm.
we could start out with things that from designs that's literally stolen from somebody else.
Yep.
And that's why doing your research is also really important, and understand like you don't need money to, be in here, be a part of this community. I mean, you'll be surprised what you can find for at thrift stores, at J fashion meetups or swap meets, where there's literally an entire section for free clothes and free accessories, like literally for free. I've gotten coats for free, I've gotten blouses free, I've gotten whole JSKs and OPs for free, zero
Dang, where you
dollars
be
and
going?
0 cents.
Where you be going, Dade?
You'll be listen, literally any local J fashion meetup, there's
Hmm.
always going to be a free section.
That's true. That's true. There's always like a little box or a little bin or a bin. Yeah.
Go to those boxes. It's free. You
Yeah,
pay
and
for that.
sometimes like your friends, like your if you have J fashion friends and they're trying to downsize their closet, they'll just give away stuff. Like
Like literally, this is,
this blouse that I wear, my friend, she's Dandy Puppeteer, the owner of Dandy Puppeteer.
oh my
She
God, I
just yeah, Tiffany,
love
yeah.
it.
She just gave this to me for free. And I'm like, are you sure I could pay you? Like, I don't know how much you pay for it, but I could pay you. And she was like, nah. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's happened to me. One of my friends, when I first started off in J Fashion, she literally gave me this beautiful burgundy OP for free. She was like,
Wow.
here.
I don't want it anymore. Here.
I do that for people too. So, because
Right,
I
right,
always wanted to spread the love. It's all
right,
about spreading the love here. There's no hate. There's no room for hate here for anybody.
right,
Just
right.
putting that out there, guys. Let's be nice to each other. Let's love each other. Let's be kind and
Yes.
respectful to one another.
Yes, yes. So
Yes.
Malika, where can everyone find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram. Please follow my page. It's called
TikTok.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Whenever I'm planning on making another YouTube video, it's been a minute, but YouTube.
I'll have all of it tagged. Don't worry, y'all. It'll
Yeah,
be in the
yeah.
description and tagged.
Yes, YouTube, definitely. I'm trying to make more YouTube videos. It's hard. It's a lot of editing stuff you have to do. It's not
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
I know. I know
Yeah,
all too
definitely
well.
find me on Instagram and TikTok while we still have TikTok. Yeah.
While we still have TikTok,
While we
yeah.
still have it, I'm trying to, definitely post more. And I'm gonna miss you, TikTok, but it's gonna be all right.
I
Well,
don't think I will miss TikTok because then I'll do less doom scrolling.
the thing is, like, at first I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it because I'm like, what is this? It's not Instagram. Like, you can't like. The only thing I don't like about TikTok, like, once you post something, you can't like fix it.
Yeah, you can't edit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
you
like,
could tag people like after it's posted,
but that's
but you
it.
can't. That yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you would
just
have to like delete the whole thing and do it all over again. That's something I'm not gonna miss.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, find me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yay!
And if you have any questions, I'm here. Feel free to hit me up in my DMs. You know, you know.
Yes. Thank you so much, Malika, for coming on to episode of Frill Talk.
Very welcome. This
Yay!
was so much fun.
I
You
hope everyone learned about many things.
yes.
Hijabi, Lolita, Muslims, and J fashion,
Mhm.
and free Palestine.
Yeah, it's a free
Little
policy.
flag. Little flag. Pretend I have a little flag.
Thank you. I hope you don't get in trouble for saying that, because you just like, I don't care. This is my page. I love that.
All right, everyone. So this was Verena and Malika. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.